Hello everybody, this is the chemistry review for grade 8 semester 1 at the International School of Innovation. Let's start with some notes you have to study related to metals and nonmetals and related to atoms. So first you have to know that metals, they are generally solids except for some of them. Mainly we're going to talk about mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. While the nonmetals, they are found in three states. Either they are solids, liquids, or they are gases. So metals, they are heavy. They have a high weight, or they are heavy. Exception sodium, potassium. Underneath the exceptions, you have to know they are heavy. Non-metals, they are generally light in weight. They are hard and non-brittle. Exceptions, which are sodium, potassium, which are soft. And solid non-metals, they are hard but brittle. They are good conductors of heat and electricity, the metals, while the non-metals, they are bad conductors of heat and electricity, except for graphite, which is used mainly in pencils. They are ductile and malleable. Ductile, malleable, they can be hammered in different shapes. Ductile, they can be placed into connection wires. The non-metals, they are neither ductile nor malleable. Metals, they have high melting and boiling point, while non-metals, they have low melting and boiling point. They are produce ringing and collision. They don't produce ringing sound. They are lustrous. They have metallic luster when it can be polished, while the non-metals, they don't have metallic luster and they cannot be polished. The charge or the atomic number. Z represent the atomic number. Is the number of protons found in the nucleus. A represent the number of nucleons. What are the nucleons? They are the particles found in the nucleus. They are protons and the neutrons. A is also called the mass number. The atomic representation or symbol is XAZ. A represent the mass number. Z represent the atomic number. And X represent the symbol either hydrogen, oxygen, lithium, potassium, magnesium, carbon, and so on. So A is the mass number or the number of nucleons. Z is the charge number or the atomic number of protons. So you have to know in a neutral atom, you have to write this statement always whenever you have to do an exercise. In a neutral atom, Z is equal to P plus number of protons is equal to E minus number of electrons. You have to know that A is equal to Z plus N. A is the mass number, Z is the atomic number, N is the number of neutrons. So, for example, here we have an exercise, carbon 6 to 12. A is equal to 12, Z is equal to 6. A contains Z protons, so we have to calculate N. A is equal to Z plus N. You have to write this sentence always, of this formula always, whenever you have to do an exercise. So N is equal to A minus Z. All matter of universe, they are composed of particles called atoms. We have two parts, a nucleus and electrons that move in the electron cloud. Nucleus is made of positively charged protons and the neutral neutrons. So together, the protons and the neutrons, they represent what's known by the nucleons. Electron cloud is made up of negatively charged particles orbiting around the nucleus. So as I said, atom is divided into electron cloud and the nucleus. In the electron cloud, we have electrons. Charge of the electron is minus 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. I don't need the mass. So minus 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb with the unit of charge. Nucleus contains protons and neutrons. The charge of neutrons is 0. That's why they are called neutrons, meaning that they are neutral, while the protons, they are positively charged. Positively charged meaning that they have a positive charge and they have, for example, 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19, while electrons, they are minus 1.6. We have to know isotopes. Isotopes, they have the same atomic number, they have same Z, but different A. Question number 1. Write the electron configuration of each of the following elements. Elements are had 3 electrons on the M shell. So we have K, L, and M. 3 electrons on the M shell. So we have on the M we have 3. And to move to M, L should be full. So it contains 8. And we have 2. So K2, L8, M3. Element Q has 16 neutrons. So N is equal to 16. Mass number A is equal to 31. A equal to 31, N equals 16. I have to calculate Z. So A is equal to Z plus N. So Z is equal to A minus N, equal to 31 minus 16 is equal to 15. So electron configuration is K2, L8, M5. Element D had greater atomic number than nitrogen. Nitrogen, it's N7. Less than fluorine. Fluorine is F9. So greater than nitrogen, but less than fluorine. So it's between 7 and 9. Sure, it's 8. So it's oxygen O8. Possible electron configuration of an atom X that has 1 electron on its outer shell and Z less than or equal 19. So we have 1 shell, 2 shells, 3 shells, KLM, and 4 shells, KL, M, and N. 1 electron on its outer level. This is 1. What do we call 1? It's called valence electron. We have 1, so this is 2. So we have 1, so this is 8, and this is 2. We have 1, so this is 8, this is 8, this is 2. So first one is hydrogen, second one is lithium, Li, third one is sodium, Na, and fourth one is potassium, K. So first exercise, you have to know that. First one, we have 3 electrons. We have 3 electrons on the M shell. This is K, L, M. 3 electrons. This is 8. This is 2. B, 16 neutrons. So we calculate Z. 31 minus C is 15. So K2, L8, M5. C, greater than nitrogen but less than fluorine. So it's K2, L6, oxygen. D, we have 4 possible choices. We have K1. This is for hydrogen, K1. We have lithium, K2, L1. We have for sodium, Na, K2, L8, M1, which is 11. This is 1, this is 3, this is 11. And the last one is potassium, K19, which is K2, L8, M8, and 1. Moving to second exercise. Second exercise is related to carbon atom. Carbon atom is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 7 neutrons. Find the charge of the nucleus. The charge of the nucleus, Q of the nucleus, this is part 1. Q of the nucleus, it's equal to plus Z times E because its nucleus is positively charged. So it's 6 times 1.6, which is E, times 10 to the power minus 19. This is E. So it becomes 9.6 times 9.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 C columns. 2. Charge of the electron cloud, Q of the electronic cloud. So it's equal minus Z times E since it's negatively charged, minus 6 times 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19. So it's minus 9.6 power minus 19 coulombs. 3. Reduce the charge of the atom, Q of the atom, it's equal to charge of the nucleus plus charge of the cloud. So it's equal 9.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 plus minus 9.6 times 10 to the power minus 19. So all of them, they are columns and this is columns. So it's equal to 0. That's why the atom is electrically neutral. Third exercise, oxygen is found on row 2, column 16. Row 2, it has 2 energy levels, K and L. Column 16 means that group 6 has 6 electrons. Write the electron configuration for the oxygen. It's K2, L6. Part 2, write the atomic representation. Oxygen, it's O8, 16. 16 should be given. 3. Calculate the number of neutrons. What you have to say is A equals Z plus N. So N equal A minus Z. It's equal to 16 minus 8, so it's equal to 8. 4. Sulfur is found just below oxygen in the periodic table. Just below, here we have row 2, so it's going to be in row number 3. So 3 energy levels, K, L, and M. K, L, and M. In the same column 16, so group 6, so we have 6 valence electrons. Here we have 8, here we have 2, so this is for sulfur. So pay attention to these notes, pay attention to atoms and metals and non-metals. These lessons are going to be included in semester 1 exams after 2 weeks approximately. So study well these notes and pay attention to the ones mentioned in this. You have to know the electron configuration, the symbol of the first 20 atom. You have to know the electron configuration or the meaning of a row. It's called period, or column, which is called group, and the group that should be mentioned in Roman number. You have to be careful about these notes. Okay? Bye bye.